What's going on, everybody? This your health accountability partner, Jamari Kirby, and today we're going to be talking about how success is planned. You know what I mean? Like this is some Wednesday willpower, Wednesday motivation, and I told myself I wasn't gonna preach today, and I guess I ended up preaching, man, because I'm excited to talk to y'all. And when the gospel is on you, sometimes you just gotta go with it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm on two cameras right now in the studio, and I got one on the phone. So bear with me. All right. So proper planning, proper planning prevents poor performance. And for anybody that want to agree, success is planned. I don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't care what people say, but in my belief system, success is planned. And I wanted to come to y'all today. Like I said, I'm your health accountability partner. But more importantly, I help people combat fatigue using plant-based techniques and reducing medications and inflammation in the body. And even if you're looking to accomplish something in any type of measure of what you measure success is has to have proper planning. And once again, like I said, proper planning prevents poor performance. But I want to talk to y'all today with some motivation because um, we all may be going through the motions right now, and I just felt the need to give y'all some motivation and just talk to y'all about having some type of accountability system in place for whatever levels of success you want to go to right now. Having a proper accountability system in place is so vital. It's so important to have longevity throughout your journey while accomplishing your success. And I believe that we have, with modern technology and society, we have fell in love with a lot of the results without really putting in the time to get those, without putting in the time to get to where we see these people at. And that's why I'm a firm believer in proper planning equals prevents poor performance. Success is a planned event. And I just want to motivate y'all to see. And like I said, this may be for you, this may not be for you. But if you're looking for some inspiration, then this video is for you. If you're looking for some controversial moments that I'm going to talk to y'all about that I overcame, and I hope that it relates to you, then you in the right place. Because evolving, you sometimes you hear things you don't want to hear, but you gotta hear it. You gotta go through the motions. And I just want to motivate everybody that's tuning in to hear me out when I say this. Proper planning prevents poor performance. And why do I believe that success is a planned event? Well, I'm gonna tell you, your habits become your routine. You understand what I'm saying? Your habits become your routine. This world that we living in is just carrying out high vibrations of our energy, and the things that we concentrate our energy most becomes our present. Some may call it luck, some may call it whatever, but success is a planned event. And I say this because when you establish a routine and you establish an accountability system, something that's going to hold you accountable to accomplish this plan, whether that's microdosing it, whether that's maximizing your art, anything that you consider something that you want to have success, it has to be planned. And I just want to motivate us to go out there and look at how we are holding ourselves accountable to accomplish these goals, uh, for the success that we all tell ourselves we want in a lifetime. How are we going out there and holding ourselves accountable and creating a regimen to where our habits is going to get us closer to those goals? Because a lot of time, like let's just say you're looking to have weight loss, you know, how can you uh, do that without the proper planning of meal prep, accounting for the hurdles that you're going to go through that day? Like you have to have the proper planning. And my gospel to everybody today is pretty much, um, we may be in situations where we want that change, but we're not really understanding how we can evolve to get there. And sometimes it can be discouraging when we looking at the support system that we're encountering with, to where we're spending a lot of our time in these places that's not getting us to the next level. So like for instance, if you hanging around 4 people that's financially challenged, you're bound to be the fifth. You bound to be the fifth person if you're hanging around other people that's financially challenged. And I want to challenge you all to dig deep and figure out what is that routine that you're going to establish for yourself for your plan's success. You understand? Like dig deep and think about what is it that you want to accomplish, and then look at how you're holding yourself accountable. What is the routine that you are developing to get there? Um, a lot of great people had to die. Like let's look at Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a dream, right? Martin Luther King sacrificed a lot for his dream. He ended up dying in order to carry out his dream. So without the proper planning, you cannot have success. And I see a lot of people infatuated with results, but we are not looking at what it takes to get there. When I look at things that I study, all the people that motivates me in my journey, I'm looking at how I'm observing a lot of things. I'm looking at how early they waking up. I'm looking at the time, like I'm looking at the books they're reading that they're recommending that they use during their process of achieving that goal. I'm looking at all angles of what it is that that person has done to where they have accomplished that success. And I recommend everybody to stay in tune, because do not let your temporary circumstances define your character, define where you're headed. Um, we are still recovering, and this is for people that maybe can relate to what I'm about to say. Like we are still establishing our identity worldwide with modern day humans. As humans and modern day humans, we are still establishing ourselves. We are still developing new routines. We are evolving in a different era. So as time evolve, different techniques has to take place. Different resources has taken place. The currency has changed. How are you all holding yourself accountable to where you're evolving? Because a lot of people, we might get stuck on the part of change. And there's a lot of things that you can change that can remain the same, even though you're changing, and I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Evolving takes a lot of intention. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of time when we're in our temporary circumstances, like I always tell people, like it's so hard to thrive when you're in survival mode, right? Because you got to constantly make decisions based on surviving and not thriving. And if you get caught up in your temporary circumstances without an accurate plan or an accountability system in place, when those times come where you reach these controversial moments, or you reach a point where you don't know where to go at, if you don't have the proper accountability system in place, if you don't have the proper plan, it's going to be very hard to carry out that goal, because our temporary circumstances can change so much and it can define us. And a lot of the time it's all about how you respond to the things. How you respond changes the complex of so many things, and how you decide to evolve, where you focusing your energy to. Yo, when you get into this space to where you are going to a height that, let me tell you, when we fear, and I told myself I wasn't going to preach, because I'm telling you, I told myself I wasn't going to preach today because I can get carried away. But I told myself something gonna move. If I can reach one person today to where they say, you know what, it's in me to win. It's in me for something he said, and I did my job this rising. So that's what I'm gonna do. When you go into a height where no one around you has accomplished or been, when you're going to when you're accomplishing your mission, that could be fearful for someone who hasn't been there. When people don't understand, two things happens. They either hate or they fear. We fear the unknown or we hate the unknown. So when you go into that level that you looking to achieve, that height in your life as you evolve, and it's like, yo, it's so lonely. People say it's lonely at the top, or you lose a lot of friends. Like, being intentional with yourself takes a lot of isolation and intention. Proper planning prevents poor performance. You understand me? So when you go into that height, sometimes you lose some of the dead weight because they mission ain't for it. Like, your blessings in your life can be blocked because you have the wrong associates around you, because their life path ain't supposed to go there. So you still have to properly plan. And I want y'all to understand, like, your circumstances, your temporary circumstances does not define you as a person or your character. How you respond, how you get up when you knock down, how you change your form of thinking when you get into a situation will change the results. How you study, how you perform, how you plan, how you put your intentions, how you think, what habits are you establishing? What are you doing to hold yourself accountable? That's what I want y'all to reflect on. As you evolve, reflect on these moments, because we get in certain circumstances where, let's say, we hit a health scare. It's like, oh God, if you let me make it through this, I promise you I won't do this no more. Or, we see these people and we see their results and we just want it right then and there so instantaneously. But it takes time. It takes a lot of intention. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of evolution. Change. You could change. You could change the way you eat. You could change the way you do, but that doesn't mean you evolve into ascending. That's why I said evolving and change is two whole different things. And the intentions when you're elevating, when you're going into your self-healing journey, or whatever that game that you want to have in success, it takes a lot of intention. It takes a lot of isolation. It takes a different accountability system. Like I said, like having an accountability system in place. Who are you going to for your source of motivation? Who's pumping? Who's refilling your cup? Because it's so easy to be caught up in the world, and when you're a giver, constantly getting drained, constantly pulling from a cup that's not even full. So what are you doing? The healers need healers too. The coaches need coaches too. Life is a lifetime lesson and learning journey. You should be a lifetime student. So what are you doing to put in place these things as you evolve, as you get older? Your body changes, your mind changes, your circumstances changes. What are you doing as you get? A lot of us are still carrying on a lot of old habits, going into evolution. We are still caught up on a lot of habits that is not modern for where we're currently at with how we're living. Things have evolved. It's not even changed. The world has evolved. And the reason why I'm saying having an accountability system, what's up, Sean, Monica, I appreciate everybody tuning in. But as you evolve, just think about how you're doing that. And I'm going to get on a couple of different topics today, from health to personal development. I wanted to dedicate some inspiration before we got into any other conversation. I wanted to install some motivation into y'all today, because you could be the black sheep of your family right now, feeling like nobody else understands you, and it's okay to not be understood. But how you respond, what are you going to do to put in place your accountability system to help you get to where you got to go? Because success is what? What is success? It's a planned event. You cannot tell me you want these levels of heights without having a plan. Because let me tell y'all what happens. When you put a plan together, you write it down, even if it's a dream board, even if it's a 30-day plan, a 2-day plan, when you put it into the atmosphere and you say, this is what I want, this is what I demand, this is what I expect back in return, and this is what I'm willing to give to accomplish that. Once you put it on that paper out to the world, the power of our tongue, we are the only animals that can talk this type of way. There's a reason why our tongue allows us to do what it does. The moment we start carrying out those thoughts, we have already put a plan in place. We just don't understand that yet. A lot of us are sitting around and not responding in a way um, that is. I'm not going to say that it's not accountable, it's not acceptable, but I just want y'all to be more conscious on how we are evolving and responding, because that can change and how we're planning. The reason why I call myself the reason why, not even call, but the reason why I am the health accountability partner is because I understand having an accountability system to reach a new lifestyle is important. You have to properly plan that success if you're looking to accomplish that in a healthy way. And like I said, when you get into this journey, it can get so deceiving. It can get so challenging because you just feel like you're the only one that sees it the way you see it. You feel a lot of lonely. There's a lot of people when you go to make that change, family, loved ones, people that you wouldn't dare would, you know, change your train of thought. That's telling you, no, don't go out there and do it. But that's their fear. That is their fear or lack of understanding. This is your journey. So what I'm motivating y'all to go do is, a lot of us are sitting on some really good ideas. Some really good ideas. Some of us are sitting around with some actions that could change our lives if we just changed our accountability system up. So I hope on this live, something that I say changes how you're going to look at the rest of your day today. Because being health conscious should not be something that seems so foreign. And the reason why I say that is because if you are starting to put a plan in order to where you want certain results, everything you do throughout your day should be done on a conscious level. To what am I feeding my diet today? Because our diet is way bigger than just what we ingest. Our diet is everything. Everything that we do in a day is our diet, yo. You understand me? And I just want us to understand that being health conscious is more than just what we're ingesting. It's everything we're doing, because the eyes is like the mirror to the soul. You understand me? And some of us are sitting on something that can change the world. But because you're discussing this plan with someone who isn't the right person to go to have that accountability system, because it's like, if they're fearful of that result, why are you going to them for advice? Now you're stuck in a bubble that you can't overcome. Because we got to remember, like, as me being a minority and being, part of 400 years of slavery, a lot of trauma, a lot of people around me make a lot of decisions based on fear. And a lot of time these same people come across like the ones that we allow these people to how can I say, these same people that have been in a fear-based mindset because of their traumas are now in charge of how we are taking heed or being influenced by. You understand what I'm saying? In my circumstances. So if I want to go accomplish a health goal, when I even started to hit this level of wanting to be more health conscious, because I said, you know what? And I'm gonna say this once. And I had a young lady earlier I was talking to on Facebook, and I tell everybody, it's not just her. And we have we have to give ourselves grace, because we are still coming from a long line of trauma in areas that we didn't get to heal from, and a scarce mindset, right? And to start a business, we've been told so many things. And sometimes you can get to the point where you're ready to go make that jump, right? You ready to go make that jump, and or that transformation, whatever that jump is, whatever that transformation is, you go to make that jump, you go to make that transformation, and something in your mind can say, I can't do this. I want y'all to understand me, hear me out. In order to start a business, there's only one thing you need to know. You need to know, what problem are you solving? That's the first thing in business I want y'all to understand. That's all you need, is to understand, what problem are you solving. You don't, once you establish that identity in your business of what problem you are truly solving and how you're going to serve others, how can others still benefit from this problem that you're solving, you have started your business right then and there. Everything else align with it. I promise you, everything would align with everything else once you establish what problem are you solving. So it's never going to be your finances. It's never going to be, your husband, your wife, and opinion don't matter. The first thing you need to do when establishing a business is knowing what problem are you solving. Because like I told y'all, proper planning equals success. Success is a planned event. Your accountability system is important to where you are getting your motivation from. And I say that to move mountains today, y'all. I want y'all to be motivated to go out here and take action for wherever you at. For me, in this journey, even establishing my health journey, my company journey. Like I said, for those of you who don't know, my name is Jamari Kirby. I am your health accountability partner. I am one half owner of Vegan Fiber and the Vegan Currency app. I'm the co-founder. I help people combat fatigue, to reduce medications and inflammation in the body using plant-based techniques. That's what I do as a specialty. That's what I'm great at, and I take pride in. But in order to get here, I had to move some mountains in my life personally, right? And the accountability system I had to hold myself accountable to. I had to evolve. It's not about change. You got to evolve. You got to know what problem you're solving. For me, when I got into this journey, I had to look at myself in the mirror. I had to look at myself for what it is that I can do. Where do I want to see myself? Because as I got older, as new resources came about, there's a lot of different things that changed my train of thought. So I wasn't the same person that I was yesterday. And I wasn't the same person I was the day before yesterday, because every day evolution takes place, whether that's for good or bad. So it was like when I got into this journey, I had to look myself to see what I needed to solve within myself. And then I said, okay, I'm dealing with fatigue problems. I want to reduce medications. I want to reduce inflammation in my body. How can I establish this as a company now? And that's what really influenced my journey, was seeing all the pain points. We get in these circumstances sometimes when we overcome that controversial moment, or that moment where we were so low and we forgot what we were trying to manifest. Sometimes we get to that point where we're too big to go back to those moments. But that's why it's so important to put a proper plan together. That's why it's so important to have the proper accountability system in place. That's why it's important to have a health accountability partner. Because in moments where it can be controversial, where you forgot your identity because you're caught up in survival mode, that's the split second between your breakthrough. That was the split second that you had an opportunity to create a problem. Sometimes you get blessed to be in these down areas. Sometimes you get blessed to be in these energy ups and lows, to where the energy is trying to slow you down, to force you to think. And in that same moment that you're complaining and you're not changing your train of thought to see the positive, to see the response, to see why you could have overcame something way bigger if you would have solved that problem. But a lot of us, we turn the other cheek and we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to deal with that trauma. We don't want to deal with solving that problem right now. So we tend to go allude to do other things to mask that pain, or to do things that's how can I say, like, just back to our comfort mode. But sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to go out there and want this shit. I promise you, yo. I don't think I don't think that when I got into this journey, I ever thought it was gonna be easy, because ain't nothing I ever did in life came easy. Anything I wanted bad enough, I had to go out there and grind. You got to go out there and get it. You got to go out there and make sacrifices. You got to go out there and build accountability system. You got to go out there and properly plan. We cannot be infatuated with these results we seeing online, because it's so easy to log in and fake the funk or see the results. We got to go out there and look at what it's been done to accomplish those goals. You got to want it. You got to wake up and look at yourself and say, look, 98% of the world is this way. There's only 2% of top earners. Why are they 2% top earners? What are they doing? What are the habits that these millionaires are doing? What have they done to establish themselves as industry leaders? What have they done? Even if you wanted to be the best, whatever it is in whatever your lane is, you have to look at what they are doing. Winners win for a reason. There's a reason why we're here and they're there. So I don't know, make sure I didn't freeze up. Is y'all still with me? I don't know, my thing freezed up. Y'all still with me? Make sure my Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if y'all still with me. I think I froze up on my other screen. So if y'all still with me. All right, cool. Am I frozen? Because it looks frozen on my end. I don't want to keep talking if I'm frozen. All right, let me know if I'm frozen. Okay, cool. All right, so we have to, what I was saying, but prior to that, we looking at these results without really putting the time in, right? And I want y'all to be motivated to get up, start wherever you at in life, and see what your accountability system is, and what is that plan. Do a dream board. Go out there and put it into the atmosphere to say, this is what I want to accomplish, and this is how I'm going to do it. This is my plan. And then I want you to analyze what problem you are solving in your life or for yourself. What problem am I solving for myself? What does that end result look like? The proper plan. Look at it on a full spectrum. Okay, in order to get here, I need to do this, and I need to surround myself around these type of people. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Habits, guys. Habits become the reality. How you put yourself in a habit is huge. It's so huge to develop healthy habits and respond to evolving. So that's my motivation as far as wherever you at in your life and where you could begin at, wherever you're going through, you can start by just knowing what problem you are solving for yourself. That's the start. If you want it bad enough, go out there and get it. Write it down. Put a plan together. Proper planning prevents poor performance. You want to go out there and be a millionaire? Go look at what these millionaires doing. Go look at what are they reading? How early are they waking up? How long are they reading? What are they reading? Yo, these habits that these people that's winning are doing, there's a reason why they're in that top earning or where they at where we want to be. So I'm encouraging y'all to get up off y'all asses, hold yourself accountable. You could book a call with me because that's what I do. I help you develop a wellness plan around your goals and results that you want to maximize. And I'm going to talk a little bit about today, just my journey, my gospel with how I got in this plant-based lifestyle, how I transitioned into veganism, what inspired me the most, and just things like that. But before I got started, I just wanted to give y'all some inspiration to what has driven me and seeing myself in reflection to what I was around with the disease of affluence, being around an accountability system growing up that never accomplished the health goals that I wanted to accomplish in my life. Looking at that influence that I had as a child, having to grow up and unlearn and relearn, the way that I responded in my adulthood allowed me to change the foundation of how I'm moving forward with how I even view wealth, how I even plan to establish wealth. Guys, let me tell you something real quick, right? Steve Jobs, the pretty much the godfather who found Apple, died at 56 with pancreatic cancer, with $1 billion worth of, he was a billionaire, right? He died at 56. 56 he died because of pancreatic cancer. And some of the things he said was, eat your food as medicine, or you're going to be eating your medicine as food. And he said, if you want to go far, go together. But I just want y'all to understand that man died at 56 with pancreatic cancer. He waited so late to start being more conscious in his lifestyle because he ended up feeding his habits with all of that money. He fed his habits. He didn't have the proper way of eating. He didn't have a plan in order for his health. Sometimes when we're chasing these other fantasies, right? Money becomes such a fantasy to where we start to exclude how we even view wealth. Hello, are y'all with me now? I'm hitting it on the head right now. Y'all with me? Right? Excuse me. I told y'all I wasn't gonna preach today, but I'm gonna preach. So if y'all feel me on this video, share, like, comment. But I ain't even been asleep yet. In a whole day, I ain't been asleep yet. I'm off adrenaline. I got so much stuff to be grateful for. I'm running off adrenaline right now. A lot of things is happening. It's moving in our favor because y'all here with me right now. How you may view wealth as you begin to ascend into a health conscious lifestyle, or you might be more intentional with yourself. As you ascend, you start to realize, how am I going to protect these assets if I'm dead? If I don't live to allow my money to grow, to mature, if I don't have the wealth, the health, how am I going to get this wealth? I don't want to die young with the money. I want to enjoy it. I want to watch it grow. I want to see it mature. And how can you do that if you don't have the proper plan and order for health? I just want y'all to view wealth differently. Your body and the quality of how we live in our life should not be determined by these circumstances, because once again, it is so easy nowadays to be in a survival mode, and it makes it so much harder to thrive when you're in survival mode. So your wealth is every bit of your health. Every bit comes from back down to your health. Because if you're not there to protect your assets, how are you establishing your wealth? Are you going to keep feeding those old habits? I just want y'all to start where y'all at and understand that you can really be an industry leader the moment you wake up and say, this is the problem I want to solve in life. You got to go out there and go get it. You got to go out there and manifest it. You got to go out there and put a plan and action together. You got to want that shit bad enough. You got to have an accountability system in place. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Success is a planned event. So I'm going to motivate y'all to wherever you at in your life. Get up, Be active. Put a plan together. Do a dream board. Ask questions. Study the people that you see having results that you would like to produce and see what it is that they're putting into their regimen. I'm telling y'all, yo, this world, there's so many things that can change how you evolve. That spark that you may not know that was your spark could have been the difference between your next biggest invention. So I just want to give y'all an example, right? I've been blessed to have gotten my hands on sea moss um, and some herbs in my life that I had no idea at the time that was going to give me this type of transformation where I would view my health as the wealth. Like the seed was already planted so many times ago when I was already achieving certain things in life. But when I got in this space and I made up my mind that this is where I wanted to be at, I want to learn how I can live this lifestyle that I see people living. When I started looking at the world's population of certain areas who live the longest, and I'm looking at what they had in their diet, and I'm looking at how did they heal themselves. And I went out there and I started doing research and development, and I said, wow, these people that is living these ages and having these results, they're doing this. You know, historically came back down to, you know, they was herbivores. They're eating beans, nuts, legumes, grains. You know, I'm looking at what are they doing, because there's only a certain amount of percentage of people in the world that made it to 100. So I went and said, okay, I don't, I'm gonna tell y'all now, I plan on living to 300 years. Man, look, my grandma and them still doing like old age running my family. So 100 years don't even feel like 100. I told myself I want 300. So I said, okay, the people that used to be in the Bible and all these people that used to live to 900 years and the animals that's living that long, what are they doing in their lifestyle to that they're accomplishing these type of results? That's what I had to go do. So then gorillas came up and different animals and different types of people came up. And then I started to see what was common and what they was consuming to where these were the results that they was producing to live this long, right? And you'll be amazed at some of the things that come back. Proper planning equals prevents poor performance. And I say this, man, go out there and whatever you want to get out there to accomplish, find the right accountability system and go out there and accomplish it. Because I had no idea. Hold on. All right. I had no idea that the day that I committed to uh, this lifestyle, 3.5 years later, I'll be a published author, a nutrition business owner, certified in plant-based nutrition. I had no idea that my family would, see the fruits of the labor by just picking up and not being scared to go unlearn and relearn. I've been able to do home births. I've been able to do so much by not being scared of the unknown or listening to the people that was scared to go to those heights. Because when I got started in this journey, it was never the black thing to do anything that I ended up doing. Because in the black culture, it's like, oh, if you black, you supposed to eat chicken, you supposed to have corn, you supposed to, the black culture has become such a culture where evolving is not accepted in our culture. It's not looked upon and as that, it's like we don't deserve to even get old in the black culture no more. It's the way we view it, because all of the things that we relate ourselves to and we say that's not black thing to do is never anything that's being said positive. You know, it's not the black thing to wake up early and jog. It's not the black thing to go out there and get sunlight. It's not the black thing not to eat chicken. It's not the black thing if you don't drink Kool-Aid. It's not the black thing to go take certain classes in school. It's never the black thing to really uh, start to have evolution in your life. So when I got into this journey, it's like, oh wow, like you making these type of adjustments, like that ain't black. That ain't black. So now you're now making a decision based on a scarce mindset because everybody around you aren't on the same accord. But I'm here to tell you today, it doesn't matter. You can go out there now, get you a virtual accountability system in place, and whatever that accountability system may look like, and start to evolve. This has really changed my life. Just being part of, I mean, like all I needed in my life to jumpstart when I got into this journey. Like I always told you know, I just wanted something that was going to give me more energy, that was going to maximize my results, that was going to do exactly what CMOS ended up doing for me. So I bought myself back a lot of more time being up earlier. I bought a lot of time back in my life by not having body aches. I bought a lot of time back in my life when I started to change my accountability system and what I was engaging in. What was I feeding my brain? What was I using for motivation? What was I using for fuel? What was I fueling my body? So as I started to buy back these areas in my life, it felt awesome to be able to establish different conscious things. And the thing that I'm telling you all is feed your temple how you want to be fed in return for your fruits of your labor. You know, I'm I'm highly recommending everybody learn how to use sea moss as a go-to because the future of nutrition is lying in seaweed and natural, even just holistic care. Like the future of nutrition is lying in that. It's gaining a lot of pharmaceutical interest. It's having results. So I'm highly recommending everybody to go out there and just start somewhere. Keep growing, keep ascending, keep evolving. Create a different accountability system. Book a call with me. Book a call. It's guaranteed you're going to have something great come from it. So yeah, I just wanted to check in with everybody, give y'all some midday motivation. Make sure you shop in the store, but it's not about me, it's about y'all, man. I really want y'all to know that proper planning prevents poor performance. I want y'all to be motivated by that because you all just need to start right where you at. It's not about going into this journey. Like I said, I've been plant-based now 3.5 going on 4 years. And when I got into this journey, none of what I was looking to accomplish was the thing to do in my culture. But I knew that if I solved what I believed was common amongst my culture, which was fatigue, low energy. A lot of people got low energy due to a lot of things, right? So I knew that if watching my single mom work so hard growing up and be so tired from having to, you know, fend for the family because, she took care of my grandparents, she took care of me, my brother, still being a mom, like seeing that as a child, seeing my elders that's on the kidney, going through kidney failure and heart trouble, all these things, they suffered from low energy. Days that, just watching all these people in my life suffer from low energy because of health issues made me never forget that if one day I could solve a problem, this is what I want to solve. And here I am today solving that problem for people worldwide because I stayed true to understanding what problem I wanted to solve in my life. And I'm saying this to say this. There's something in your life that has took place that we are viewing right now as trauma. And we're not realizing that you are the bridge in the gap. You're the bridge in that gap to create a solution. You are the difference maker in your community right now. Right now. Change how you respond. Change how you look at trauma. Look at what you want to do right now in life to say, I want to solve a problem, and this is how I want to do it. Because I guarantee, like, even starting in your business, wherever your business may be, let's just say you chose sea moss. This this sea vegetable can be used in so many different ways, from pharmaceutical to skin to fitness, just so many different ways you can maximize it, right? But if you go into this not understanding what it is you want to solve for yourself, you're never really going to be able to maximize CMOS to its potential, any business that you're looking to accomplish, if you're not realizing what problem you want to solve. Start with where you at. Sometimes we get so caught up in the end result to where we don't even want to start microdosing. So I just want to motivate y'all to go up, accomplish your aspirations today, and find what inspires you and get a part of that network. I got free consultations on my website that y'all can book at any given time. You can go to Vegan Currency, you go there too. But www.veganfiber.com, and then make sure you download the Vegan Currency app. Vegan Currency on all platforms, Apple and Google Store. You can find us on Vegan Currency app on all platforms. Start where y'all at and let's ascend. Okay? Start where y'all at and let's ascend. That's what I want. That's what I'm challenging y'all to do. Book a call with me. Let's put in motion your accountability system today, and let's get you to where you need to go out to your results. Like I said, this is a co-founder of Vegan Fiber and the Vegan Currency app, Jamari Kirby. Um, Another thing, right? Let me also say this. We don't maybe have the awareness to how one thing in your life can really change it, right? Like CMOS has really changed the foundation of my life, from health, but also wealth. And I'm only say this to say this. You could find something that's in this book right now that could change so much in your life simply by acquiring the secret to the fountain of youth. You are giving yourself the fountain to increase your confidence with just using CMOS. The amount of change by gaining confidence, knowing what you have in your hand, can change the magnitude of a lot of things in your life right now. I'm telling y'all. Yo, this is the place to be. This is going to grow your confidence. Go get that book. Starts at $9.99 for the audio. The paperback is $19.99, the paperback is $24.99, and the paperback is $19.99, and the hardback copy is $24.99. So, book a free call with me. Let's roll. I'm about to go lay down and get me some rest. I've been up 24, 20, 30 something hours, and I love it. I love it. I love being able to have this much energy naturally, you know. So I'm gonna highlight y'all. Make sure y'all share this video. I hope y'all found some inspiration between this. And if you didn't, then hey, you just didn't. But if you did find some inspiration, because like I said, many call, few are chosen. I might have said something in this video that had sparked some of your life, and that's all I needed to do was make a spark. So make sure y'all do things, man. Make sure y'all put an accountability system in place. Download the Vegan Currency app, because that's going to maximize a lot of your results. You're gonna get a lot of free vegan recipes. We have 4 different currencies that's in this vegan-based world that we like to talk about and that we mastered in the app. So you have your energy, you have your time, you have your knowledge, and you have your money. That is the 4 important currencies that the Vegan Currency app has made the ultimate vegan currency convenient for you to be able to have that going on in your life. So download the app. Start there. Download the app. Get plugged in. Create a different environment. Create a different utopia. Getting a part of the Vegan Currency app allows you to get part of a thriving lifestyle where you're around other people that want to accomplish a lot of goals that's similar to yours. So get out there, support vegancurrencyapp.com. Make sure you start there. This is your health accountability partner, Jamari Kirby. I'm out. And then, I've been sharing this. This is one of the biggest accomplishments because I hadn't really shared it, this year. I went and got certified in plant-based nutrition through Cornell. And I never really got to slow down and celebrate it because we've just been doing so much. So, it just feels good to have completed a program that has allowed me to, once again, change the fountain of my wealth. So it's a lot of things I got to be grateful for from just so much. Like I was able to just had a newborn, and we did a home birth again, home birth number 2, unassisted, no help from midwife, anything, just us. And just to know that I got this birth thing down pat. You don't really realize how much things can change your life with the proper planning, with just starting with where you at, getting involved with some herbs and sea moss. Just trust the process. It takes time. It took a lot of years for your body to establish itself to where it's at, and it's going to take some time to reverse it. So start where you at. Get you some motivation, get you a health accountability system in place. Book a call with us, www.veganfiber.com. Go check out where it says services. Book a free call, whether that's health or wealth. Book a free call, and one of us will be contacting you all, and we're going to do a strategy session. Let's roll. I'm Jamari Kirby. I'm out. If you found this video helpful, make sure you check out the store. We got a lot of great supplements and supplies of natural supplements like sea moss and different pills and services, but we really pride ourselves on our authentic nutritional therapies where we help you reduce medications and combat fatigue. That's what we pride ourselves on. It's our therapy programs. We made it easy for you to get products, but we really want you all to pick up the lifestyle to thrive and not be in survival mode. Everything we source is organic or sourced through us naturally. We make our products. We don't have a third party fulfillment. We oversee everything from the time that we get the sea moss all the way down to making these products and supplements. So I know exactly what's in these items that has allowed us to thrive. Here's some sea moss. I got Hinton Candy, and I showed y'all earlier how to maximize sea moss. But I had some sea moss, so I got a lot of sea moss. You bulk pricing available. If you need it in bulk, don't hesitate to contact me. We got sea moss for days. But more importantly, when I got into this journey, what really inspired me with this book was that when I got in this journey, I was vulnerable to where I wanted change. I wanted to evolve. So being in a position where you want to evolve, excuse me real quick, y'all. Being in a position where I wanted to evolve, I wanted to find out the most information I could have found out about sea moss. And there were some people out, there's a lot of people out there that's been doing this longer than me, and it's been established in their culture. And when I first started this journey, in my personal journey, and I wanted to learn about this product, the amount of people that did not step up to want to educate me or allow me to be in the same space, I was like, yo, for real, I just thought that we was underneath a different standard when it came to what I assumed that everybody had a good intentions. Well, I won't say everybody, but the people that I had established some type of form of trust with using this, going to want to source information, it was like a crab in a bucket mentality. And I'm like, at the time, I felt like it's way bigger than just being selfish for a sale. Like the on with the camera? Okay. So just to sell, for me, this journey, the transformation, when when I was in this, and and some of these people I paid to, and it didn't show up. I just remember, and I knew right then and there, like, that's going to help start something out in the world, or where they at to be able to have, going to ignite us. And when I saw how people was acting with the CMOS and things, create a solution to other people, because guys, if my life that I can toss is a miracle. It's not the only thing. It's not going to, but best believe this is something that a lot of healthy things, better version of yourself, any other things in your, whether that's time, focus, CMOS, start that. Believe such a beautiful thing. It's like you can fit in CMOS. Habits that's feeding. You can develop habits that's health. You can develop so starting here. I evolve in business. I look at the world is changing with the current. This is such a universal, allows me to constantly grow with this product, whether that be product side, able to talk to people who are in the pharmaceutical, down to skin care. Is, I mean, this is me to evolve myself in a way interchangeable part, to just know what it is and to solve a problem with that. There's something you. So I wanted to create a foundation, jumpstart your wherever you are at. What I went through in CMOS and how to this mentality, people was not willing. I gotta solve, because I refuse to allow that it's literally the next greatest person in this industry not accomplish that goal, giving so your health accountability partner, Jamar, combat fatigue to reduce body using plant-based techniques. If you want to book a call, like, we are app owners, the other co-founder, her background is in my background is in marketing and sales, and there's a lot of just things accomplished and accolades. So just, if you be afraid to reach out to us, visit us at veganfiber.com. Get your business jump started. We got a master course coming up next week. Start your e-commerce business. So jumpstart the e-commerce business. Hold a 2-day mastermind where we're going to show you how to establish your company without paying all these third parties. We're going to website. We're going to show you your first 1,000. I want to talk about strategies that we're just going to talk about your journey in your business. Your tickets are limited. There's always right now to $10 master course where you get a chance to work for some one-on-one meetings with us. So we got a lot of different you can get invested in and your business going, because be your online mindset. So if you want to get involved in getting you a good join our mastermind and be the first to get there. You can see .org. You can see that invite. You can also see them. I look to see y'all there all the time. Everybody, if you found this video helpful, share it, comment, let me know you're still here. Planning prevents poor performance. Accountability and system in place. Your results come. All right. We'll get that copy. CMOS to the fountain of your CMOSology. But look how far we came. So this is, and these are paperback over there. I want y'all to see. So, so down. Just keep grinding.